Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has not been active politically for quite some time now. And recently they were with Uhuru Kenyatta in Nigeria. Speculations were going around that now Uhuru Kenyatta settled on Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. But I did not buy that idea first. But when Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka came back to the country, I was keenly waiting to see what he has to say, because now having a break for quite some time, when you come out, you need to sound new and entertaining now, at least politically. Ladies and gentlemen, when I was going through social media today, I found that they were in a function in Mount Kenya region together with many other leaders within the opposition, most of them allied to Kalonzo Musyoka and Rigathi Gachagua. Then now, I was very keen on what these leaders were saying. They had so many stories to share. One of them being threats from Donald Trump that he might come to take William Ruto. Others saying the money that was stolen from the US in Minnesota were invested here in Kenya. Those stories were there. But now, something caught my attention. Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka's message, or maybe speech in that particular function. Listen to what he has to say.
Nobody, I'm quite sure I've never heard the Rigijia Kisema, there should be no jubilee in the mountain. I've never heard. But he cannot come and say, wewe sasa, niliona mtu wa jubilee hapa, you're carrying your red kofia. If I remember you, I saw you. Nobody has denied you the responsibility. But the majority, you know, you must have your say as minority, and the majority must have their way. They have their way, you have your say. Because it is important, and I can understand where my brothers come from.
It's clear that Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is telling the Jubilee Party that the majority support goes to DCP. And nobody has talked to them, but they should just consider to let it be for the DCP party to be in charge of the Mount Kenya region. That statement is politically significant. And that is what I want to analyze here, showing you some of the things that it indicates when it comes to the united opposition. But before I take you through, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mokwa Times, please take a second or two to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. There are a number of things that such kind of a statement indicates. Number one, it is that the united opposition is yet to be settled. Bado haijatulia. Still they have issues. And these issues are not likely to end soon, unless some specific decisions are made. And this issue, one of them, it's about the Jubilee Party. Somehow, the group of Kalonzo and Gachagua feel like Jubilee Party, honestly, it was not necessary to come and counter him in the Mount Kenya region. They ought to be fair and let it be for Rigathi Gachagua. And that is why Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka had to echo it in that particular function. A clear indication that still there are some murmurs, there's murmuring in relation to the Jubilee Party. People are asking, why don't they just leave it for the DCP party, for Rigathi Gachagua to be in charge? So, ladies and gentlemen, that is basically what I was able to note from Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka's statement. Number two, I feel still Dr. Matiang'i is a bit distant from the united opposition. Some disagreements are there. Let's not pretend this thing that, oh, it's strategy. No, they are yet to work together. Bado hakuna ile environment for them to work together. A clear indication that probably these guys might go independent. Kalonzo Musyoka and Gachagua, their own. Matiang'i and his other allies on his own. So there's a likelihood that is going to happen come 2027. But now, it also indicates that there's need for a certain meeting to be held between some key leaders, Gachagua and Matiang'i, and then Uhuru Kenyatta, to basically square out the issue to do with the party. Because if it happens that they are going to wrangle in the Mount Kenya region, let me tell you, whether we like it or not, the hope of the opposition right now is the unity, strength, and the spirit of focus in the Mount Kenya region. If right now Gachagua agrees with the people of Mount Kenya, they are joining William Ruto, There's no need for the opposition now team to even start campaigning. William Ruto will win the election very early in the morning. So therefore, in this particular juncture, I think it's ideal for the opposition team or leaders to consider also what is ideal to maintain the unity of the Mount Kenya region. So there's need for a meeting. Gachagua and Matiang'i to agree that me going with the Jubilee Party, this is what it means. And Gachagua also to us to have his issues on the table. Because when they talk, solutions will be found. Now, some of you might think the talking is just about the campaigns. No. They need to have numbers in parliament, even if the opposition loses in 2027. For the country to be safe, there is need for them to have the majority members of parliament, senators, MPs, okay? At least to enable them to be able to check the government well. Because the government right now as we speak, the major problem we have is the members of parliament. Those people are the National Assembly. They have failed the country completely. So if they make a mistake as the opposition, that they will not agree on certain issues, especially on elective positions like MP, there is a problem going forward. Even if they beat William Ruto, and then Ruto beats them in parliament, it will be a big issue for them. So for them to be okay, they need to ensure that they have friendly environment, to ensure that they have both the majority in parliament and senate, and as well they have the majority, and actually they also win the presidential seat. So there should be no wrangles at all. The other thing that I noted there that was very clear is that Kalonzo Musyoka is very keen on maintaining a good relationship between the Mount Kenya region, Kamba, and Gachagua. So whatever he says, he's always very keen. And to some extent, it doesn't matter a lot to what Matiang'i feels. It appears like what matters a lot, it is the numbers. So whenever he speaks, he's aware of some of the things that can hurt Mount Kenya and those that cannot. And I concur, Kalonzo Musyoka knows where the allies are. Mount Kenya literally, you know, when you look at William Ruto's winning back in 2022, he came with 2.5 million votes. And Kalonzo Musyoka has slightly more than that probably. So if that happens, that Mount Kenya is going to support him, and then Matiang'i also has his party that is going to take from William Ruto's side, or maybe he is also going to somehow maintain some regions, then there's a likelihood that William Ruto will not be president in 2027. So he knows the power of the Mount Kenya region, and that there's need to maintain that particular relationship so that at least when it comes to 2027, he is safe. That is why he is appearing in functions related to Gachagua than that ones of Matiang'i. He's walking around with Gachagua and avoiding Matiang'i. He's ensuring that at least his allies are working well with the people of the Gachagua side. That relationship right now as we speak is very critical and important for Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. So he's keen to ensure that these people are in good terms. I don't know what is your take, but when these people met, those are a few things that I was able to observe. But on the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, you can be able to share with me on what you think as far as Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, regarding Gachagua, Matiang'i, and many other things that happen in the opposition are concerned. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for helping me reach where I am right now at 18,300 subscription mark. As we proceed to 20, please be part of the journey so that by this January, we are at 20,000. And then we proceed later on to other levels of subscription. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Abdul Mokwa.